What's up guys, this is Max Square, and in this video I'm going to be sharing 6 background noise apps that'll help you focus or relax. So every single one of these apps is either free or they have a free version for you to kind of test out the app before you invest any money in it. Now I'm not necessarily going to review each app, I'm more just sharing them with you so you can pick and choose whichever ones work best for your workflow. So first off, we have focusmusic.fm, and this is essentially a radio station for 3 or 4 different genres of music. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple interface. You can control the music there. If we come down to channels, you can actually filter the category you want. So if you want electronic or down-tempo, this one also kind of includes some ambient music. And then we have classical, and then just rain sound effects. You can also control the volume and see the track info if you're interested, and toggle a dark and light mode. This is mostly just a web app and you can go to their website, but if you have an iPhone or an Android, you can download the app on your phone as well. Next up, we have the sound of colleagues. Now, this app is for those of you guys who have grown accustomed to working in an office environment and you're used to hearing the printer sound or the coffee machine going, and you kind of miss having that now that you're working from home or remotely. So if we go into the app, we can see a bunch of different sound effects. We have room tone. This is essentially just like a fan or the AC going. We have the coffee machine, some people talking, keyboards typing, the office dog if you want to hear the occasional bark. Now you can mix and match these sound effects as much as you want. Unfortunately, there's no way to save them as a preset, but when you first launch the app, they've got a pretty good mixture going, and so if there's something that's really bothering you or distracting, you could just jump in and turn that one thing down. Next we have Rainy Mood, and this is pretty self-explanatory. It just plays an infinite loop of rain sound effects. So you can hit play, control the volume there, and that's essentially the whole app. It's not very complicated. You will see at the bottom there's a today's music link, and this just takes you to a classical song that it'll link from YouTube, but there's only one song and it doesn't like go to a next video or anything. So I'd really just rely on this app for rain sound effects, which they do pretty well. Next up, we have Coffitivity. Now, I actually did a review on this app years ago on the channel, but essentially what it is an infinite loop of people talking and eating food at a restaurant or coffee shop. So you'll hear a bunch of chatter in the background or the coffee machine going if it's a cafe, and it's really to replicate that coffee shop vibe, which is great because we can't go to a lot of coffee shops right now. So there's 3 main presets here at the top to kind of replicate different environments, and they do a pretty good job. They just loop infinitely. But if you want to upgrade to premium for $9, you can get 3 other audio tracks from a couple different locations. Next up, we have Noisio, and this is one of my favorite apps for sound effects in the background. I've done a video on it as well, and one of the reasons I like it so much is you can save presets for different sound effect combinations. So if we look at their website, you can actually see their entire sound library. They have 40 different effects, which includes just about everything you could need. And the app just lives in your menu bar, so it's tucked away at the top right here, and you can mix and match each audio level, and if you like it, you can click save. Now you can also set timers on this app, so you can use it as an alarm if you want to wake up to some of these sound effects, or you can set an auto pause option, so after an hour or at a certain time it cuts off. Now there is a free version of this app which includes 5 of the sound effects, and you don't have any limit on that. You can use it for as long as you want. But if you want to upgrade, it's $9.99 on Mac, or if you have a set app subscription, it's included in that as well. Next up, we have Brain FM, and this is one of the most popular background music apps out there because there's just so many options and the quality of music is really high. Now, this is mostly a premium app. You do get 5 free sessions if you want to just test it out. But when you land, you can choose what activity you're doing right now. So if you're working on something and you just want focus, or if you're trying to relax and sleep, you can click that. And then it'll kind of build a radio station based on whatever you choose. If we go to the More Music tab, you can see all the different kind of stations of music and different sound effects that they have. And you can also set different timers for this if you want. Now, I've never made the investment to upgrade for this yet because I can kind of get by with the other sound effect apps or just using Spotify. But if you are looking for a more customized premium station of music and sound effects, I would recommend this. It's a really popular choice. Now there is one other source that I get a lot of my focus music from, and that's actually a playlist on Spotify. Now this is something one of my friends put together, and it has almost 1,500 songs and over 90 hours of playback music, but it's entirely instrumental, so there's no lyrics or any distracting vocals while you're trying to work or fall asleep. One thing I like about this playlist is there's a lot of different paces in the song selection. So there's stuff in there that's a little faster tempo and more upbeat that is really good to have in the background when you're working, or there's stuff in there that's a little slower and more calm if you're trying to fall asleep. As always, I'll put all the links down below for you to check out. If you don't want to download any apps, I would get started with this playlist first if you already have a Spotify account. But thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.